Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good whatever time it is you fancy it to be. Hello. I'm back on my normal regular slot again now. Right. How you all doing? Hope you've had a nice relaxing Christmas holiday break for those of you that managed to get a holiday break. I never normally. Right. What I'm doing today is I would like to be able to stream some Windows-based games, but my Windows computer is the same computer as my streaming computer, and my streaming computer runs Linux when I stream, so I can't run Windows and stream. I could set up Windows to stream, but my experiences with Windows and OBS and streaming are very, should we say they're blue? Very blue. Or at least the colour of the screen is that I keep getting. So I only ever stream from Linux, so I want a Windows option for streaming. So I'm thinking I might install Windows as a second boot option on my main workstation. So I've spent today clearing up a bit of extra space on the SSD to make room for it. So I want to repartition my drive, change the size of my Linux partition and squeeze Windows onto there. And then see if we can get some Windows games going on it. So for that, I have set up my mobile phone, pointing at a screen. You can't exactly see much yet, but because I can't do direct capture whilst installing, and I've not got it wired up for the HDMI connection on the back to the capture. I'm just going to go straight from mobile phone pointing at the screen, so you can sort of see me waving in a reflection there. But we got adverts starting already. Wonderful. So while we're all sort of gathering, I'm going to just sit here and do nothing much really for the next few minutes while we let these adverts go past, and then we'll carry on with the installation. Where are we? Let's just bring up my other panel on the other screen. Where's chat gone on there? There it is. And here come the adverts. 2, 1, adverts go. Right, what was I doing? I was just doing something and I can't remember what. Something I specifically wanted the moderator channel up for. And I can't remember what now. Oh yes, that was it. I can see who we've got on now. You can't lurk in the corner now. I see you there, Spies of Mud, and Speedy MF lurking in the corner. You're hiding there under a pile of bots, I see you. Adverts are nearly over. Right, adverts over in 3, 2, 1, and welcome back. Okay, right, we're back with the non-subscribers now. If you're not subscribed, why not? You should be subscribed. Then you don't get these pesky adverts. And I get to eat. Right, so installing Windows on my Linux main workstation. What you can't see is the message I sent in chat, because the pinned message is covering it. I haven't sent a message in chat, other than the automated Majenko Tech is live message. You do have the ability to hide the pinned message for yourself if you don't want to see it any longer. If you just expand it, you should be able to select hide for myself and it'll vanish. Right, so first off, let me just reboot my Linux computer, and I'm going to need to boot into a system for changing the partitions. Now I have a very handy one, gparted live, which I have on my iOD. And that hadn't mounted in time, so let's reboot. So how you doing anyway, Speedy MF? Oh, those are just me checking the volume of my text-to-speech, making sure it doesn't blow my eardrums out. Come on, is this going to boot? Here it comes. Alright. Now I get UEFI, DFD, CD-ROM. Bit Trip Rerunner. I have no idea what that is. Do you fancy telling us all about it? What Bit Trip Rerunner is? Right, here we are in Gparted Live. Oh, one of these rhythm thingies. I've never really got into those sort of games. Probably because I've got no rhythm. Right, here is my NVMe drive. Let's see about shrinking this partition if I can. I think 200 odd megabytes should be enough for Windows. Let's give it 250. That should do. And do I want to create a new... No, I won't create a new partition just yet. I shall let Windows installation create it for me. It may take a little while for this to run. Since it's a terabyte drive and it's got quite a lot of data on there. But it is NVMe, so it should be pretty quick at accessing it. So Bit Trip Rerunner is a remastering of Bit Trip Runner. Involves players controlling Commander Video and making him jump, slide, kick and more through various obstacles in his path. Over 50 levels. Interesting stuff. But I say, not really my style of game, that. You've got to be too coordinated for that sort of thing. I've never really been much of a platform gamer, to be honest. I mean, people rave about Super Mario Brothers and that sort of thing, but I never really got into them. We've achieved 1x on the scale of completion. Could be here all night doing this. So it's up to you to entertain me while this is happening. Where are we? No, I don't want a screen capture. What am I doing? I want an application capture. A window capture. Right, this might work. Not getting any sound. Without sound. So this is Bitrunner Rerunner official trailer. Yeah, it looks impressive. Very graphically intensive game. That's quite interesting. Maybe that's why I'm getting no sound. Let's add the capture again. And I'm looking for Firefox. Reopen the tab if it will. Oh, wrong keyboard. Wait for the adverts to finish. Turn off the background music a moment. And there we go, we're getting it now. Well, I'm getting it. good. Not bad music, that, is it? Hey, Caritas, you've arrived at last. I was just looking at the official video of the game that SpeedyMF is trying to complete at the moment. Ooh, hello, the progress X's have shot up while we were doing that. May not be too much longer now. Oh yeah, Windows XP does take a little while to install. At least you haven't got to repartition your hard drive first before installing it like I'm doing now. My other option actually was to take the Windows hard drive out, or SSD out of my other computer and put it straight into this computer and just boot that. That was a possible option, but no, I want to have it on the NVMe because it's considerably faster. Because on my streaming computer, Windows is on its own separate hard drive. However, that does actually add complication because the EFI directory is on the same hard drive as Windows, and if I take that out, Linux won't boot. Spinning Rust is where it's at for anything retro, absolutely, but for anything production, you need SSD these days because the quantity of data is just getting insane, and trying to do that sort of thing over Spinning Rust is silly. Although my NAS is all Spinning Rust, apart from the boot drive, which is an SSD, but all the storage is Spinning Rust. We're making progress. Yes, why haven't you sent me any samples? Some before and after samples to compare and moan about. Well, NVMe is just PCIe, so you could certainly have NVMe going into a SATA adapter going off to Spinning Rust. No reason why not. I used to have I think it was a SCSI hard drive that was, I want to say 250 megabytes. A great big chonking, I think it was a Seagate, full height, massive SCSI hard drive thing that would take about a minute to spin up. And it would just spin up and up and up. Eventually it would get up to speed, but then if you tried to move it while it was spinning, it would fight against you because of the gyroscopic forces of all the platters inside it. And you'd turn it off and it would sit there spinning for a good sort of 5 minutes afterwards. It's an insane hard drive. But it was only about something like 250 megabytes or something silly. And hello, Spies of Mud. How you doing? You've crept out underneath your pile of bots in the corner. Oh, we're nearly there on this section of the resizing. Keep using the wrong keyboard. Where's chat gone on here? it is. PSU work soon, absolutely yes. I want to get you on this here stream with me to have a look at this power supply of yours. See if we can work out what's gone wrong with it. I bet it's only a fuse inside it that's blown or something silly like that. It'll take us about 5 seconds to fix it. But I'm going to have to get you on a video call or something. And do it live on stream so that we can all embarrass you. Well, there's no point in getting parts for it until we know what parts we need. And we don't know that until we've dug into it and pulled it apart and found out what's wrong with it. Nearly finished relocating the blocks. Yeah, most power supplies don't really do magic smoke. It's further down the stream that you get the magic smoke from all the chips and things on the main motherboard. Most power supplies are pretty well protected. If there's a problem with the motherboard, they'll just cut out. Speaking of which, it might have been a problem with the motherboard or some other component that caused the power supply to stop. And the power supply might actually be perfectly fine. A lot of power supplies I have found, if they detect a fault, they will cut out, and they will stay cut out for a good 30 seconds, a minute, whatever. And you've got to unplug the mains input and leave it unplugged for a good 30 seconds before plugging it back in again, and suddenly the power supply works again. So the power supply itself might be okay. You might just need to disconnect it all, leave it unplugged for a minute or so, and plug it back in, and the power supply will just come straight back into action again. In which case we'll then have to find out what it was further down the line that oh, did you? I must have dozed off during that bit. Or skipped past that little bit of it, or been looking the other way. I do tend to multitask when I'm watching videos. Oh, we're on to the next section. We're on to scanning the inode table. By the way, I've been doing a little extra work on the TTS system, and it should hopefully now also handle messages submitted whilst subscribing or resubscribing. I've also got it so I can pause the queue if I'm doing anything important that I don't want disturbing in. Oh, finished that section. In fact, we have finished resize. And what I think I'm going to do is delete my swap partition and recreate it a bit further back down the drive again. 32 megabytes. Let's move this over so I can see it. And we want Linux swap. There we go. Right. I think we might be ready for Windows installation time. And reboot. Now I have the Windows 11 installer installed onto a virtual drive VHD file on my iOD, which is mounted as the current exposed drive. I do it that way so that I can use Rufus to get rid of a load of the rubbish that Windows imposes, like the TPM and the encryption and all that sort of junk. So hopefully this will boot Windows installer. No, I need to pull my whole computer out from under the desk to do direct capture and plug in a HDMI splitter and all sorts of rubbish like that. And I can't obviously run OBS on the computer that I'm installing Windows on, so I've just got my mobile phone sat here pointing at the screen. Right, where are we? Install now. Setup is starting. So my iOD being... my motivation is because I want to play Windows games and I want to stream them, and I can't do both on the one computer when I'm streaming in Linux. Basically. Customized install. Drive 0 unallocated space. 244.5, that'll do. So I'm basically making my workstation dual boot purely for games. Nothing constructive whatsoever, just 100% games. With room for maybe 2 games at a time. So install a game, play it for a while, then uninstall it, install the next. But this shouldn't take very long to install because it's coming off my iOD, which is a USB 3. Although, as you will prove, it is spinning rust. I could do with replacing the drive in there with an SSD at some point, but it is actually an old spinning rust drive in there. I do like my iOD. It's the most useful device anybody who messes around with computers at all needs. I discovered them first about 10 years ago and had one for a while, but it died. And then they sort of vanished for a while. I couldn't get them. They were out of stock and they'd stopped making them. And then suddenly they reappeared again, so I just grabbed one as soon as I could. They are brilliant, brilliant devices. And if you haven't got one, you should get one. And iOD, sponsor me. That was quick. Absolutely. Yes, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's only a couple of pounds a month. or a couple of dollars, perhaps like $3-4 a month or something, and you get all sorts of wonderful entertainment. And you don't get the adverts, which will be coming up in just over a minute. It's such a shame it has that horrible Dell logo on this thing. But hey, it was free, so I'm not complaining.
With channel points, Majenko Tech says,
We love Dal.
If they tried, I would tell them where to stick it. How's your XP installation doing? See who finishes first. Mine's decided it needs to install updates. Microsoft minutes. Each minute lasts at least half an hour. Hi! Getting things ready for you. This might take a few minutes. A few Microsoft minutes. I say it is coming off a USB 3 hard drive rather than off DVD, so it is pretty quick to copy, and it is going on to a pretty high spec NVMe drive. So it's no slouch, this computer, really, for a freebie. It just needs more memory, which I've actually ordered some memory for this computer at last. I've got another 8 gig stick coming from Crucial in the next few days. So I will actually be able to get up to 16 gig on this. Whee! One day I might save up for the 64 gigabyte set of DIMMs for this computer, but I can't afford those yet. I need a few more subs. I need a sub goal for what extra memory, I think. Right. We are into Windows. Oh, God. Start without my... Just let me into the stupid web browser. God, go away. Just let me into the web browser to get another web browser. Okay, step 1 of any Windows install. Install a proper web browser. Nearly done. Well, so many applications now are just a web browser with a different skin. I mean, Discord is just a web browser, basically. Right, second step. Download OBS. Is it going to? Come on, thank you. Come on, let me click. That's why. Ah, it did run twice. I don't want it to run twice. Don't want to launch that just yet. NDI I need. Where are we? Let's go over to here for it. And that's the one I want. Now, will this work? Hello? Ooh. It's just updated the graphics drivers and turned on my other screen. I need to download the runtime. And of course it wants to do everything on my other screen now, so you can't see anything that's happening. It is doing things. Okay. No, let's cancel that. All sorts of things are being automatically installed here. Let me just adjust my display settings so things are in the right place. That's better. Okay, I need to close this and reopen. Oh yes, I will be doing a full driver sort out. Yes, I tend to turn the Windows firewall off because it's a waste of space. It just annoys me. Right, do I have NDI? I do. Main output enabled. Okay, let's go for... No, don't want to do that. I want display capture. And I usually use my secondary screen for this. Just fit that to the screen. And there is a good chance this might work. And my mouse reconnects over here. It's not doing anything yet. Ah, of course, this computer is not named the correct thing, is it? That is why that's not working. One thing I need to do is sort out my taskbar. Taskbar alignment left. Right, things are in the right place now. What do I need to do? I need to bring up the old-fashioned control panel and pin that to my taskbar. Give it its proper name. It always amazes me how, even in this day and age, Windows still needs to reboot for some stupid small changes, like just changing the name of the computer. It's got to reboot. I mean, it's out of the arc, some bits of Windows. It really is. Don't know why it keeps offering me Windows 10. I think I might have installed it once a long time ago. And it's ever since then it's decided that it's going to have Windows 10 on it, regardless whether it has or not. Right, if I now bring up OBS... I wonder if this will work. I then come over onto my streaming computer and choose that. Yay! It works. Right. So the next thing I need to install is a program called Barrier. Another very, very useful program. And one I use constantly. Is a keyboard and mouse sharing program, which lets you use one keyboard and mouse across multiple computers through the network. It's basically an open source fork of Synergy, as was before Synergy went closed source. It's an amazing program, and if you're not using it when you've got multiple computers on your desk, you really should. It's so much easier than having multiple keyboards. Okay. So I want this to be the server. And to the left of QT is Poindexter. To the left of Poindexter is NAS. Okay. And I want to turn off SSL encryption because I just don't need it. And that should... There we go. I'm now straight across to my streaming computer from here. That's much easier on me now. Right, okay, next task is update my graphics drivers to the proper versions. Right, GeForce Experience is installing. Or it thinks it's installing. Yeah, here it goes. Sign in with NVIDIA. No. Why should I have to sign in with NVIDIA just to download your stupid drivers? You used to have the option of not logging in and continuing without. But now it seems to force you to. Yes, I know, but I do like it auto-updating, and for that really you want the GeForce Experience thing. Come on, move over here. Let me just authorize my login to Google on my phone. Yes, it's me. And they've sent me an email to verify my email address, even though it's obviously a real email address because it's a Google one. Yes, it exists purely for games, Sanity or Madness, so I really want Windows 11 for that. If I was doing anything other than games, then it'd be Windows 10, but it's just purely 100% for games and nothing else. Okay, I don't need a tour. I just need you to install the drivers. Running games on my main workstation, yes. So that I can then be running Linux on my streaming computer and then stream my main workstation. So I can stream games on Windows without having to do my streaming on Windows. That's downloaded pretty quick. Half a gigabyte in no time at all. It's not exactly a high-end gaming computer, this, though. It's the most modern CPU that I've got in the house, though, but it's not the most powerful graphics card that you can get, certainly. It's got a GTX 1050 Ti in it. It's enough to run basic games. How long does it take to prepare to install? There we go, it's actually doing it now.
I love it.
We're getting there gradually. Oh, update the drivers. Everything vanishes and comes back. Now, I wonder what OBS thought of that. I'll bet it wasn't happy, was it? Nope, wasn't happy at all. I think that needs a restart. That's better. Right, so that's the graphics card driver's done. Now let's see what this makes of it all. Snappy driver installer. Let's install that one. A sound card. Not too much that needs updating. Update the wireless, although I don't really use the wireless. I wonder who got me onto this. Yes, Carrot House. Here come adverts. Yes, Snappy Driver Installer is a brilliant system. This is the offline version, which I have stored on my NAS. I looked at Tiny 11 once, and to be honest, I was very nervous about running it because I wasn't entirely sure quite what had been done to it and how safe it would be. So I just run ordinary 11, but I run it through Rufus, so it cuts out a lot of the cruft that way. So updated, yeah, I want that one there. Adverts are running for the next minute. Right, this one could be tricky to install because it'll be installing it over the connection which is just about to get updated, so it might fail or it might work. Also, the OBS connection will stop working while this is happening because it's all through this Ethernet connection. That's installed, and is it... No, the OBS seems to have paused now, of course. Seeing different things on there compared to there, have we? Yeah, that's... No, I think I'm going to have to restart OBS again. And then it might work. Come on. No, it doesn't want to resync. Come on. Reconnect OBS. No, it does not want to reconnect OBS. Let's give it its reboot that it wants. Come on, reboot. Thank you. Is it working now? No. There we go. That's kicked it into action. Okay, where are we? Back to Snappy. Eventually when Snappy loads over the network. Okay, what's to install? Very little now. Doesn't want an older one. Updated, 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 and updated. 500 series chipset updated. We're nearly up to the point where I'm going to install Steam. And we might be able to play a game then. That's the point. Have I got sound working now? That should be on that device there. While that one's thinking, let's try some sound. See if we do get any. Nothing much happening at the moment. I'm on the speakers on the Zona DX. There's things happening here, but I'm not hearing anything. Maybe I need the Zona DX control panel installed. We're on spatial sound off. Not hearing anything on the test. 100% volume. Properties. I got a feeling it might be set to surround or something like that. No, it's set to stereo. .1, nothing happening yet. Nope, no sound. Okay, I don't know why I'm not getting any sound. Okay, let's put my background music back on. Let's install the official software for it. See if that gets it working. Got fed up of dragging things over to the other screen. Taking its time. Probably because I've got Snappy Driver also installing a driver at the same time, which is not happy. That one failed to install. I'm going to abort Snappy. It's being very slow installing. I'm thinking it might want to reboot after Snappy had failed to install some drivers. Doesn't appear to be doing very much. I'm going to kill it. Where is it? I've lost it now. It's almost like it's waiting for input for something. There we go, it seems to have worked. Asking me to reboot. See what this does. Eventually. Never have these problems with Linux. Still trying to reboot. Something's not happy, isn't it? Maybe I'll kick the computer. If in doubt, turn it off and on again. Now then, do I still not have audio? Where's the Zone RDX control panel gone then? Let's try running setup again. That's looking a bit better now. Anyway, it's actually asked me if I wanted to reboot, which it didn't before. That's better. It's installed now. Okay, so we are set up for... Actually, let's bring up OBS. And switch over to that. We are set up for 2 speakers. We have sound. But we don't have sound. Where Not. That's what I'm looking for. Ah, there we go. I think I might have it in the wrong socket on the back of the sound card, that's why. So I'm going to go back to 2 speakers, and I'm going to go digging down at the back of the computer and see what happens. Back in a minute. Ow. Alright. That's better, we're in the right socket now. That's better. We have proper sound now. Sound works. Okay, next task is Steam. Now wait for Steam to update. Oh, let's turn the background music on again. Okay, and sign in with Steam with the QR code. Steam is loading. I am now into Steam. So now I can install and play Duke Nukem 3D. Absolutely. All this effort just to play Duke Nukem 3D. I do like to do a bit of game streaming from time to time. It's easy. I don't have to think about it. Thank you for the cheer, Caritas. 100 bits, that's very nice of you, thank you.
With 100 bits, Carters82 says,
Sheer 100 only made Jenko would install Windows 11 to play a game from this. Wouldn't have it any other way.
It didn't do the 90s, did it? I shall have to see if I can add a bit of extra processing to my script to catch things like that. Come on, launch. Oh, it's installing DirectX things, isn't it? And of course it wants to go onto the other screen. Video settings. Can I tell it where to go? If I take it into windowed mode, I can. I need to sort out sound. Sound settings, I need to get rid of the music. Haha, here we go. I can't remember what the controls are here now. That's it. Now this is on hardest level, so if I remember rightly, they like to respawn. And it's been a long time since I last played this. And I can't see what I'm doing because it's too dark. And actually I might turn this light off as well, so that I can see the screen. Oh, he spawned right in front of me. Ow. Ah, ouch. No, I'm not good enough to play this on hardest level yet. E for opening. The one thing everybody has to do when they come in here is watch the film. I'll just leave it here for a while, shall I? Gonna get me demonetized, isn't it, this? So yeah, that's pardon. Oh, thank you so much. That's Duke 3D working. What else have I got? I've got all sorts of games on here actually now, haven't I? Got some fun little games. And some trippy little games and some of the ordinary games that everyone's got. What should we play? I've played this one for a while. Ah yes, hello Mock Helix, how you doing? You've been lurking for a bit, have you? I could, while installing this, let's just kill my text-to-speech and add a couple more exceptions. Then if I rerun my last TTS, which I can do at the touch of a button now, I might have fixed the 90s.
With 100 bits, Caritas82 says,
Share 100 only made Jenka would install Windows 11 to play a game from this. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, didn't do it. Why not? Why did that not do it? Why did that not find 90s? Oh, it's got a full stop, that's why. I need to trim off anything extraneous from the token that I'm replacing, don't I? Anything that's not a number or a word. At the end of the line. What does it think of this one? Nope. I'm printing the wrong thing there. LCW that should be. Try again. That looks like it might work this time. Let's turn the sound back on. Right, Caritas, this should fix your text-to-speech now so it comes out the right way.
With 100 bits, Caritas82 says,
Share 100 only made Jenka would install Windows 11 to play a game from the 90s. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yay, that's better. Except I lose the punctuation on it now, don't I? That's a good point. How can I do this? Instead of that, I'm going to split it. to be start of line. Anything which is a number or a... No, I want... No, what do I want for this? Hello, Urban Monkey. Purely to play games. That is the only reason. I want to be able to play games on my workstation and send the captured video across to my streaming computer for streaming. But my streaming computer runs Linux, so I can't play the games on there very well. So, some games work perfectly on Linux. A lot of games I find just don't, or if they do, they don't work properly, or there's problems with it, especially when you've got two screens. It likes to mess up. So I figured it's just easier just to have Windows 11 as a bootable option to stream across. Just purely for the games. Right, where was I with this? I was looking for... No, I'm not sure what I want to do for this, actually, to split this up properly. What I want is to replace substring case insensitive and loop through them all. I'll come back to that later. I'll start that running again. Because I want to play a game. Which has gone onto the wrong screen. Options. I think what I'm gonna... I'll just go to windowed mode. It's easiest. Let's turn off the background music. Okay, Cyanide and Happiness, Freakpocalypse. This is a Majenko tangent? No, this is what I'm here specifically to do. I'm completely on script here. Cyanide and Happiness, Freakpocalypse. Brilliant game. I thought I turned off the background music.
Can't remember what AP Bio means.
Soon, everything educational will be destroyed thanks to Dr. Dropout. You'll never get away with this, Dr. Dropout. There'll be no brain drains on my watch. Your nerd powers won't work on me, Psionic Steve. I removed my brain long ago. I won't be the only brainless moron in this school once I dip everyone in my patented stupid goop.
Get your hands off me! I'm gonna kick your ass! Gadzooks! I gotta save them! But I can't do it when I'm dressed as a job for? Super cool!
Supercoop, my favorite protege. You are here to save us all. Per usual. Ha ha! I am speaking to you using my telepathic powers.
Psionic Steve, my very close personal friend. I can hear you using my telepathic powers.
Listen, Goop, you must stop Dr. Dropout's many grooves from destroying education. But first, you need to use your super walking powers to reach them. I will walk you through the steps of this walking walkthrough with you. Walk this way. Slightly to the left. Hurry, Super Coop.
Oh, that's a nice computer, that. You lucky thing.
By God, you did it! Dr. Dropout will be done for before the day is done.
All in a day's work. This will be a walk in the park.
Rightly so, my clever comedic companion.
It's amazing what you can find in the trash. And this computer that I'm on here is trash found, and is an i3 10th gen 10105.
Delays your destiny. If only there was a way to disable and dispose of the gas
Downside is it's a Dell, so
in his direction.
Got him in my sights, Psionic Steve.
Please call me Steve on account of how close we are as friends. Sea Dog.
Egad! He's beating the education out of that fellow student.
If only there was a way to stop him. Perhaps a precarious punishment is perched in proximity to that perverse villager. That would be super.
let's just adjust this. Hopefully this will work. No, it's not working. I'll just go back to display capture. I was trying to do a game capture on it and it didn't want to work. Come on, why can't I move? Why can't I move? Something's gone wrong here. It didn't like me messing with it, did it? Come on. No, it seems to have gone up its own backside. Let's change my display capture to instead capture my primary monitor. There we go, and move this over to the other side. Now I'm going to get rid of my mobile. I don't need that there anymore. Hit play on this. Come up over here, and now I can go full screen. That's better.
My favorite protege. Listen, I will. By
Ah, there we go. It hadn't broken. I was just needing to click something.
Yeah, but I'm stupider. That's why the boss likes me best. Okay, that's fair. Ooh, I love the horses at the fair. Oh yeah, and the cotton candies. There stands a deadly duo. Cool. I just remembered your super lit backpack. All the guys.
Hey, thanks, Steve.
I wonder how you could possibly trap. Say, what do you keep it? Wondrous work, Subaku! You confounded those criminals with a culturally appropriate Confucian contraption of ancient Chinese confusion. Congrats! Now, to successfully open the gymnasium door and walk through it. You are so close.
On it.
Into the gymnasium.
Soup scoop. Well, if it isn't Super Coop, which I'm pretty sure it is. Isn't it?
You bet your brainless belfry, Dr. Dropout.
Well, you'll lose that bet because I don't even know what a belfry is. And soon, neither will you. Once I've destroyed every brain, and every school, you will be just another drooling dummy on this big flat earth. Just like me.
The only thing flat on this earth will be your face once I'm done with you.
Better get a move on. Your friends will be stupefied by then. Allow me to demonstrate.
Coop, help me, man! Sorry for all the bullying, but you gotta help me out! My favorite color is applesauce.
Oh no.
This is just the beginning. But enough talk. Have at you. You will. Get him! Get him! Now's your chance, Super Coop. Eat shit, Super Coop. You're too late. Cannot break free. We will be doomed to dumbness in no time. Quickly, Coop, drop some knowledge on Dr. Dropout.
Knowledge is power.
The less I know, the more powerful I become. Soon I'll be the most stupidest, most powerful being in the universe.
Now is not the time. I'm quite sure I don't need to subdue this dum-dum. I can't clean this school until I mop the floor. It's the evil genius of stupidity himself. Drats, he's out of reach. This is a clever contraption, Dr. Drop.
No, I'm not clever. There's nothing clever about my contraption. It couldn't possibly be any stupider. Adoy!
You'll be less stupid once I teach you a lesson.
But this is a school.
Another one of Dr. He feels as stupid as they come. A fire of paperbacks and pamphlets. You were not burned in vain, educational. Now is not the time to run.
I can't remember what you do here now. I need to do something.
My friends, my companions.
Can I get them down?
Them yet. I'm gonna have to. Hang in there.
What do I do here? I can't remember. Ah,
Dr. Dropout's only weakness?
that's what I need. I need the diploma.
You were not gobsmacked by his gobbledygook. Now get this goofy goon to graduation.
Enjoy your student debt, Dr. Dropout. Ha-ha!
What's this?
Congratulations, Dr. Dropout. You're now a high school graduate.
And you're the valedictorian. Way to go!
What?
Now that's sticking it to him.
No! This can't be possible! I don't want to be smart! A transformation of this magnitude to my cerebellum is only possible through... Oh my god!
Wow, boss sure looks smart.
But boss said we're supposed to destroy everything smart.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get him.
No! No, you dullards! Get them, not me! Cease your incessant locomotion! Stop!
You saved us, Super Coop. Will you go to prom with me?
You saved us all, Super Goop! Way to put your mind to it! Now you are my hero!
Cooper? Is that you?
Mom? Dad? I thought you were dead.
Yes, Coop!
And we're on adverts.
We're so proud of you.
Mr. McCarthy!
What? Yes, Mr. Murphy.
Were you paying attention? What did I just say?
Something about obtuse angles? Right?
Wrong! Everyone, point and laugh! Well, well, well. Look what we have here.
Wait, give that back.
What was that? Couldn't hear you, Cooper. I wasn't paying attention. Do us a favor and try not to waste all of our time.
You suck, Coop. Let's shove him into a locker, and then shove that locker up his ass.
Now, nobody chastise Coop until I've had a chance to chastise him first. What I was saying, if you'll be so kind as to join us, is the word of the day is exposition. As you all know, graduation is just around the corner. So today you'll all be filling out your career aptitude tests. These tests will help determine what careers you might excel at, if any. I did this test when I was in school, and look where it got me. Ginger, true, and false, fill in the dots, yada yada. Just fill these out so we can all go home. Think you can handle that, Coop? Or is the fate of your
And the ads are over.
boring?
Welcome back.
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Pussy.
Solid burn, Chet.
Mr. Murphy, will this affect any of our college applications?
Maybe, maybe not. If you just fill it out honestly, you really won't have to worry about it. Now, will you, Sawyer?
Come on. I already filled this out last year. I don't really have to do it again, do I?
Yes, Kent, you do need to fill this out again. You think just because you were held back a grade that you get special privileges?
Well, yeah.
You're right. You don't need to waste your time filling this out again. Just sit there and be handsome. And take off that crown. All right, class. You know the drill. No talking, no cheating, no questions. Heads down. Just fill out the damn form and hand it in when you're done. Jesus Christ, Summer can't get there fast enough.
Career aptitude test. Successful people always establish clear goals. I don't see how you do any of this. I don't know if you do anything of that.
Total penis sexual? I'm gonna mark this one as true.
Yeah. Wait, which one was that again?
Coop will make it to graduation alive? That's a false right there.
Eat a dick, Kent.
I'll eat your dick, you gulch muncher!
What have I told you about standing up for yourself, poop Coop?
That you'll color my eyeballs in with markers? Again?
Right, Hand Tickler? Don't think for a second that you're safe just because Scoop is on.
You're slacking off again, Carrot House. Let me guess, you're off to do some editing. What could be more important than sitting here watching me play silly games? Hey? 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 Come on now. Confess, you're off to do some real work, aren't you?
Quit pressuring me, nut stump.
No means no, Coop. Now quit being a creepy sex pest and finish your task!
But yeah, and I totally saw Coop trying to copy off Chet's test too.
Lobster? Ooh, la-di-da! How the other half live. The rest of us have to suffer fish sticks.
What a queefing, cheating cheater queef.
I'm gonna use the 5-point column exploding heart technique on your tiny balls if you don't stop copying off me! Back his head, Mr. Cooper! But right now, mister!
Sayonara, dipshit dick turd.
Well, have fun with your lobster, Carrot House.
Time to head to the principal's office. Down the hallway to the red door of doom. I'm here for my 4 o'clock.
Is that you, Principal McNally?
No, I'm just...
Oh, all right.
You're not very receptive, are you, receptionist?
You'll have to speak up, dear. I'm wearing my backup glasses.
Come on in, Coop. Have a seat. We both know why you're here. Wait, why are you here?
I am in trouble?
You're darn right you're in trouble. I heard you were cheating on a test while sexually pressuring other students, including our beloved Kent.
That's not true. Kent set me up.
Oh, sure, I've heard it all before. Let's see. Oh, there's so many things wrong with you. Where to begin? It's lecture time, Coop. You want to hear the long version or the short version?
The short version, I guess.
Get your shit together.
What?
No goals equals no future.
But I have goals and...
No friends equals no fun.
Well, that's true.
No prom date equals no life.
What's so important about a prom date?
Everyone who's anyone has a prom date, Coop.
People keep saying that.
This is your last chance to not be a loser. Your last chance to be somebody. Your last chance to shed the humiliating nickname Dirty Diaper Daniel and become a big boy now by becoming such a super cool principal.
Who's Dirty Diaper Daniel?
Shut up, Coop. The point is, nobody likes you. It is your goal, nay, your quest, to change that.
But it's not my fault nobody likes me.
Oh, really? It's not your fault nobody likes you? It's not your fault you're so ugly and weird? Like you're some sort of misunderstood blood? Is that what you want me to believe, Coop?
I'm not a mosquito, and I'm sick of people accusing me of being one.
It's a simile, Coop. It's a metaphor for more likes. I want you to like your life. I want you to like, share, and subscribe to your own future. Are we on the same page? Speaking of pages, Coop, I'm adding this recent trouble to your permanent record. Dear God, this is worse than I thought. This permanent record here, this is a loser's permanent record. Losers stay losers permanently. Only a loser would have this many strikes on this record. And losers don't give
Right, that's Freakpocalypse anyway. What I want to do really is try and get game capture working. If I have it set to capture any full screen application, and then we shall see if I can get anything going on the capturing. Is it going to give me anything? Oh, it is. Excellent. And if I have display capture, do I see anything there? I do. So if I have them both running at once, no, I want to have display capture elsewhere in a separate scene. Delete that one from that scene there. So I've got two scenes. One is game capture, one is screen capture. So this should be a low latency one just for games. And this is an ordinary screen capture. Excellent. Right. Let's have a different game. Something with a bit more excitement to it. Come back. There we go. What do we get? I'm going to start Fallout 4 installing. It'll take about a week. That wants to be over there. What was I doing? Steam settings, downloads, allowed downloads during gameplay. There we go. So now I should be able to go full screen on here. And switch over to game capture. And will it? Come on, give me the game capture. No, hang on. It didn't go full screen. Why not? Come on, full screen. Thank you. Right, here we go. That looks much lower latency to me. Got to remember where all the secrets and things are in this. There's one up this way somewhere. If I can get up there. Nope, I can't jump on a slope. Got it. It's in there, isn't it? That's it. Go on. Missed. And that was it. It's just press the button on it. To the projection room. Groovy. Open the projector screen. Up to the arcade. Excuse me. Squeal, piggy. First level done. It's easy on easy. Ouch. I do like this version of Duke Nukem though, you can just rewind. Oops. I think that might be why I died the first time. Nope, because I got no health. I've got 1 health. Not a chance. You need to hit him too. Yeah, I think you might be right there. Got him that time. That's where I want to be. Nice. RPG. I could really do with some health. Holy cow, indeed. What just opened? Something just opened. Surprise! I still need some health. Oops. I made him angry. Ah. Nope, that doesn't work. Go back to the booths, you say. It has been a long, long time since I last played this game. Let's try that again. There's a wall to shoot by the booths. Oh, I found a secret. Oh. I found a secret place. What? Grr. That got him. Phew, some health at last. At last, some health. Right, where am I? That's it, along here. I had a feeling that might be something. But that just brings you through to the toilets here where I've already been. Where there was some health I could have picked up. Oh, he looks thin. Good old billboarding. Right, I'm out here now, which is where I could have just walked out of anyway. Quite probably. As I say, it's been a long, long time since I last played this game, so I don't know what there is where. I had a feeling there was one over here somewhere in this booth, but maybe I was thinking about a different booth. You think the card is in that room? This room or the upstairs room? Duke Nukem must die. Red cabinet thing. Ah! I didn't see that. I'm blind. Okay, back out here then. Around the corner. Okay. Randomly press buttons till it works. Blow up the building. Yes. I guess you've played this quite a lot then, have you, Urban Monkey? You know your way around a bit better than me. A bit better than most. There's the yellow card. Some most needed health. It sounds like when I used to play Unreal Tournament, I think it was. It was either Unreal Tournament or Quake 3 Arena. And it was always me against everybody else. Especially if I got... there was one weapon in one of them that was basically a sniper rifle, and with that I was unstoppable. I thought you might be able to go down there, but it didn't look like it wanted to do anything. Let's go have another look. Oh, there we go. I don't want to be in the slime. A few rats. Some pipe bombs, nice. A jetpack, excellent. Nope. It might have been Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. There was certainly one that had a sniper rifle-like weapon that was, and I would just pick people off from the other end of the map with it. I shall hang around here for a bit. 30 seconds of ads left. "15 seconds. And we're back. Yeah, I think it was Half-Life 2 Deathmatch with the crossbow. That was what I was particularly vicious with. How do we get out of here then? It looks like you should be able to get through here, but it doesn't want to do anything. There's nothing there. If I chuck in a pipe bomb and blow it up, nothing. RPG. Nothing. I'm thinking there must be a switch or something somewhere. Unless there's something in the water. No. I'm a bit lost, or a bit stuck. Oops. I think I've broken it. I turned off clipping somehow and completely broke it. In fact, clipping is still off now. I can't turn clipping back on. I think I've broken it. Yeah. Right. 64% of Fallout 4 downloaded. Nothing else is installed yet, really. Actually, one thing I do want to install is 3D Mark. Yeah, it sounds like it's a little bit on the buggy side, that version. Right, it's going to be a couple of minutes before this is installed. Just having a look in the PHP manual for modifications to my TTS system. And it looks like I want stri replace. Returns a string or an array with all occurrences of search in subject, ignoring case replaced. Right, but do I really want... Yes, I do. I know how I want to do this. On my TTS... In token replace, for each word found, I need to do, instead of just word is tokens, word equals str I replace, search replace subject. The value being searched for is LCW. The replacement is word, and the subject is no. Subject is word. The replacement is tokens LCW. Okay. I shall run the TTS again. I'm going to replay my last TTS message and hopefully I'll get some punctuation in it now. See what happens. That looks good to me.
With 100 bits, Carters82 says,
Sheer 100 only made Jenka would install Windows 11 to play a game from the 90s. Wouldn't have it any other way.
That sounds much better. I'm much happier with that now. That works nicely. How's this looking? Minute and a half remaining. I'm using Mycroft, yes. Mycroft Mimic. I've got samples of all the voices. If you want to choose one for yourself at any time. And I've given them all names. Just for easy reference, I've made all the names up myself. Apart from Alan, since it's the voice of Alan Pope. Or Popey, as you so quaintly call him. I might be the only streamer who has a TTS system with 135 voices. He's not a voice collector. I'm a voice collector. Now then. Is this not going to play? Come on. It says it's launching. Oh, installing the Microsoft .NET framework. eventually installing it anyway. Slowly initializing. Actually, I should turn the background music back on again, shouldn't I? Right. Install Time Spy. So yeah, here's all the specs of this computer. It's got the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti with 4 gig. It's got an i3-10105 with 8 gig of RAM, soon to be 16 when it arrives. And a Sabrent Rocket 4.0 1TB SSD. So let's see how Time Spy runs on it. I've only allocated 250 gig to it. The rest is all allocated to Linux. So 1TB, but only a quarter of it for Windows. All my storage is on my NAS. Is game capture going to work for this? Evidently not. I'm not expecting any great performance out of this. Unfortunately, I can't have much of a better graphics card in this system because of physical constraints. It's a very small case, which means I'm limited to a small graphics card, and it's a custom power supply that's only a couple of 100 watts with no 6 pins or 8 pins for connecting to a PCIe device. So it can't be a graphics card that requires any external power. So the 1050 Ti is the best one that I found that would fit and operate. It would be nice to have some form of RTX, but not a chance in this case. And since it's really aimed at being a workstation rather than a gaming computer, it's Thunderbolt, come off it, it's a PC. It barely has USB 3. And not only is it a PC, it's a Dell. Ugh. Ooh, 13 frames per second, 16, 15. Well, I mean, people have modified these systems to take a bigger or more powerful and physically bigger power supply by literally bolting it onto the back. Part of the issue is the motherboard is a non-standard connector. It's not your normal 24-pin ATX. It's Dell's proprietary rubbish. So you then have to have some kind of adapter to convert from 24-pin to Dell's 6 or 8-pin or whatever it is. And then you've got this big carbuncle hanging out the back of your case, and you're still limited on actual physical space of trying to fit a larger card in. It's just really not worth it. If I were to be going for a bigger card, a more powerful card, I'd be putting it in my my streaming computer, definitely. In fact, I was looking at RTX 2070s the other day on eBay. They've come down reasonably in price now. You can get them for about 120 quid now, I think. I saw them going for. Not too bad. So I might possibly upgrade my streaming computer at some point with an RTX. But there's no real need. I don't play games that require it at the moment. The 970 that I got in there does me quite happily for now. About the same performance as this 1050 Ti. With twice the power consumption. I mean, you can do eGPU without having to have Thunderbolt or anything like that. You can just slap in a PCI riser extender cable and have it coming out the back of your box to another case. That's perfectly possible, but messy, it has to be said. Let's get the background music going again while this is happening. Now it's going to go slow. Currently at 27 frames a second. Dropping down to 16. 15. 14. Would have ground to a halt before you know it. Oh, 9. Oh, I just saw an 8 then. And I think the OBS is struggling to keep up now. Oh, I think OBS just... No, it's back again. OBS could not keep up with that at all. $23.36. That's not bad, I suppose. I could play Red Dead Redemption 2 at 35 frames per second plus at 1080p on Ultra. That's reasonable. Fortnite I could do 180 frames a second. Battlefield 4 is playable at 55. I mean, it's not a bad computer. Let's install the CPU profile. Oh, and Fallout 4's downloaded at last. The CPU does let this computer down a little bit, being only an i3. But apparently it's possible to even go up to an i9 on this one, on this motherboard. So I might invest in a faster CPU at some point. But for what I usually use this computer for, an i3 is perfectly adequate. But I mean, going up to an i9, it's going to be struggling with heat, I think. So I might just take it up to an i5, maybe an i9, an i7, perhaps, at a pinch. But I don't think I'd go all the way to i9. And it's only 10th gen. So I say only 10th gen. It's my streaming computer's 3rd gen. And we've got adverts. Nearly finished the adverts. 15 seconds. And welcome back. Did you enjoy those adverts? If not, maybe you should subscribe, then you won't get the adverts anymore. That's okay then, as long as you enjoyed them. Must be nearly finished on these benchmarks now. Another one thread test. Single thread test is really slow. Two frames a second. 450 milliseconds a frame. 500 milliseconds a frame. Such fast. Such very fast. That must be the last one, surely. Can't get any worse than single thread. Yay, loading result at last. I have no idea what those numbers mean, but they're all green, so I'm happy. Right. Come on, SourceForge, hurry up. Just downloading Crystal Disk Mark. Get myself some decent benchmarks for the SSD. Okay, let's see what we get. Fair enough, Urban Monkey. Thank you for swinging by and entertaining me while I install Windows. It's been nice having you around. Make sure you come back again next time. And enjoy your groceries. I'm about to finish up now anyway as well myself, so I'm used to being stuck in the sewers. It is the story of my life, really. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing up my stream in a few minutes anyway. It's gone 10 o'clock here now, so yeah, I'll just finish this benchmark and then I'll be heading off. I certainly will. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. And we've done the reads. I have no idea how those numbers stack up against other SSDs, but they look big enough for me anyway. They've all got nice green bars behind them, and seems pretty reasonable numbers, I think. Two more tests. Oh, and then I have to, before I finish off, I must get Linux working again, because it boots straight into Windows now. So I need to sort out my boot order. And then create a new menu for Grub. Here we go, any second. No, next section of it. Ah, Carrot House, you're back again. You survived the lobsters. I'm not live for much longer. Just doing a benchmark of the SSD. Some reasonable numbers there. I think they're all green, so I'm happy with that. Now I need to sort out my boot order so that Linux will boot up again. So I'm going to get my mobile set up and running again. Okay, now back to the mobile view and reboot. You picked up the critters at the dock. Poor things. Come on, Dell. Boot. Come on, you're going to boot up, Dell? You're mean. Those poor lobsters. There we go, it's booting this time. Or is it? What is this stupid thing doing? Let's turn it off and on again. What has Windows done to my computer? All I did was hit reboot. Now it won't power up. Power on. Keyboard lights up. Keyboard goes out. Screen goes black. Keyboard comes on. Ah. Going back into Windows again. Use another operating. No, come on. Just let me into the BIOS, will you, you stupid computer? I hate that Windows tends to take over your whole computer. Okay, into Windows 11. One thing I've been needing to do since installing is where are we? Into the old-fashioned control panel, and I want power options. Is it that one there? Turn on fast startup, turn that off. Turn off fast startup. And now shut down. Now power it up. And it should give me a proper cold boot. Screen's gone black, screen goes blue again. I'm wondering if Windows has decided to tell the BIOS to go out through the other graphics card. And it's actually in the BIOS now and I just can't see it. But I don't think so. I've just done a Control-Alt-Delete. Give it the 3-finger salute, see if anything comes up. Screen goes black, screen goes blue. And it dumps me straight into this same one. Here we go. I can boot into Arch from here. Possibly, if I'm lucky. Keyboard flashed. Screens have gone black. Ah, there's my login. Right, so now I can do EFI Boot Manager. It's booting as 8 first, which I do not want. I want 0. I need to delete 8 and 5. And I need B and B. Minus B, 0008 minus B. And 5. That now has 0 as my first one, which is Arch. Okay. Now, have I got OS probing on in Grub? No. Oh, I need to enable OS probing. And grub mkconfig -o boot grub.cfg. It's found Windows Boot Manager. So now if I reboot, it should just go straight into grub. That's better. I'm getting the Dell logo now, which I didn't get before. My countdown timer and boot into Arch. There we go. Right, Arch is back. I'm happy. And as a test, I'll reboot again. I need to change Grub now so that it doesn't have a countdown timer and instead just displays a menu. But for now, I shall hit Escape. There we go. And Windows Boot Manager. And we're going into Windows. I must remove the Windows 10 entry. There we go, back into Windows. Right. I'm happy with that now. Ish. Apart from, of course, it being Windows. Nobody can be happy with it being Windows. Let's get a bit more light on for the outro. There we go. I don't need to see the screens. Right. I've got to go now. It's almost 10:30 here. It's getting a bit late. So, where's my outro? Into the outro. Lower myself down a bit. There we go. Right. Well, that was a successful installation of Windows 11. As successful as any installation of Windows can be, really. But a few hiccups along the way, but we got there in the end. So yes, if you enjoyed that, you might want to join me next time I stream, which should theoretically. I was going to say it should be Monday, but isn't... What day's Monday? I've lost track of my days. I think there's something special on Monday, isn't there? No, Monday's hangover day, actually, so yeah, that's okay. I wasn't sure if Monday was New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, so... Monday is the recovery day, that's okay. So yes, I should be streaming on Monday, but if you want to be notified of when I'm streaming next, you might want to follow the channel, or even subscribe if you particularly enjoyed it. That way you get all the the benefits of following with no adverts. You can also find me on Patreon if you want to have your name in lights in this scroller down here. And of course there's Discord, YouTube, and yeah, everywhere like that. But yes, I'm happy with this installation of Windows 11 now. I can now start streaming some proper games and wasting time doing that. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I shall hope to see you next time for some more streaming fun.